There are 8 bots in Misfitz, and today you'll learn about every one of them, and the most effective ways to use their abilities against themselves. Just a few general bot tips before we talk about the specific bots. Bots in Misfitz actually don't attack you when you're downed. You can use this to your advantage and open chests and extract while you're covered in swarms of bots. Each bot actually has a chance to drop relics, although the drop rate depends on how rare and strong the bots are. Regular bots drop bolts, which are commonly used in almost all the gear crafting recipes. Now let's start off simple with the drone. It's kind of like a glass mosquito, so it's super easy to take out, has the least health out of all bots in the game, but it shoots this one slowing projectile once in a while, and if this thing hits you, you're going to be slowed for half your lifespan. It's insane. Anyone can take it down pretty fast, just watch out for the slow. Just keep in mind that speed boosts do negate the effects of the slow. I wanted to give unique tips for each of these, but they are all pretty similar actually. The shooter fires a burst of shots, melee runs up to you and hits you, and the bomber bombs you with rockets. To fight against them, you do pretty much the same thing, just hit them with your attacks while not backtracking when you move around, because they will shoot all the projectiles behind you. So if you don't have piercing attacks, they can be really annoying, and that's where explosive barrels come in. I love explosive barrels. Try to lure them into explosive barrels to damage huge swarms of them. This will kill majority of the bots instantly. The most important tip to abuse them though is to actually use them in PvP. So let me explain. In Misfitz, you have to kill people twice to completely finish them off and take their loot. The first time you kill them, they get downed. And there are some upgrades to make you have a ton of health when you're downed. So a great solution is to use the bots to help you. I mentioned earlier that they don't attack downed people, right? Well, that doesn't matter because they do attack you. So what you want to do is stand right next to the person that's downed and have the bots attack you, but then, oh, it actually misses and attacks that person that's down instead, completely ruining their day. Next up, we have the creeper for Minecraft. Get it? Cause it explodes. What this thing does is it runs towards you like crazy to bust in your face, and you can finish this thing off pretty fast because this thing doesn't have much health. You can also dodge its explosion, so get close enough to start the wind up for the explosion and then just walk out of the range. You can sort of use this thing like an explosive barrel on legs because it actually damages its fellow robots as well. Next up, we got Pedro the golden goose. Pedro is this bird-shaped robot that will spawn anywhere on the map, although he is pretty rare. That's because he drops 3 relics guaranteed every single time. He also drops relics if you just hit him, but this is all easier said than done because he is super fast. You either need a good burst of damage like Ray's ultimate, or something to root him in place like Drip and Shade's ultimates. If he manages to run towards you, you can also stand in front of him to sort of like body block him from running away from you. Don't be too disappointed if it looks like it's too fast for you to catch, because if you do corner it, the golden goose will actually tweak out and just freeze up completely. Pedro is really shy. Wait, what's that? Is that what I think it is? Oh damn, the big leagues are calling. That's right, we are now moving on to the bosses of Misfitz. Starting off with the Miniboss or Slasher. This is where you get legendary materials to craft legendary gear. The Slasher is kind of like Mortis from Brawl Stars, and if you don't know what Mortis is, he's basically this brawler that is notorious for dashing into walls. Mortis mains spend half of their life into walls just mindlessly ramming into them over and over and over again until finally they hit this one lucky sequence of attacks on you and then you're just gone in an instant. And that perfectly describes the Slasher in Misfitz. The Miniboss has a sequence of 3 attacks in total. So it has this one charge attack with a long windup and then 2 shorter dashes with shorter cooldowns. To play around this, what you can do is naturally stay near those walls. You can just stay right next to a wall, and this thing will have such a hard time chasing you. It will charge that massive attack, it'll look so dangerous, and then it just stops. Nothing happens. This thing is honestly pretty cheesable. There's another method where you just dodge that one big wind-up attack, and then you'll have a lot of space between you and the mini-boss. Then when it does these 2 shorter attacks, they just don't reach you, and you can just keep shooting at it. I have this clip of myself just dodging the boss's attack for like 5 minutes straight. And it's really hilarious. It can't touch me at all. And finally, we have the world boss. Why am I talking like I'm at some sort of funeral? Maybe it's because this thing is notorious for melting you with that flamethrower attack. This is where you get mythic materials to craft mythic gear, the highest gear rarity. This thing has 3 attacks: the rockets that it fires at you when you're far away, and then the fire breath that it shoots at you when you're up close. It also has this spinning attack, but I don't think I've ever actually been hit with it, because usually the flames will finish you off before you even get a chance to enjoy getting slapped in the face by its tail spin attack. But yeah, this thing is actually incredibly strong. You need a range to fight this thing, otherwise you're screwed. The flames will just melt you. That's why Ray and Shade are currently the 2 most viable characters against it. Ray and Shade do the most consistent damage, especially with Ray's piercing ultimate and Shade's main attack when you buy that piercing upgrade. It hits the bot multiple times. Even with Ray and Shade though, the world boss's insane stats make it really risky to fight. That's actually why my best tip for this bot is to not fight it at all. I know, genius, right? Just don't fight the bot and you won't die to it. But listen, just hear me out, okay? It can be a good idea if the bot is around half health or lower, but generally if you fight this thing from full health, you will get third-partied at some point from some other random team. So what I recommend you do is to be that random bum team instead. Wait until you see that it's half health or lower, and then go in and try to take that loot. Because chances are there is another team that's trying to take it out, and you can third-party them, take the loot from the boss, and take the loot from the players. If you enjoyed this video, maybe check out this video also for my channel. I hope you guys don't mind the really messy background, because I am at home where my stinky brothers are. As you can see over here, we have a Supreme punching bag. That is probably fake, but yeah, I hope this setup didn't bother you too much. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one.